Okay, so here's a Yahoo that was sent in by several people. Thank you. It's asked by Yahoo Answers user Robert. And Robert has this question. What would you do if someone offered you blueberries from their wicker basket, but when you looked inside, they were stones instead? Would you be mad?
Huh. Well,
seems an abstract idea, but really close your eyes and...
Okay, I'm imagining it.
Okay.
Walk me through.
Well, you're walking down a rural road. And
why's it got to be rural?
Because I don't think people are selling basketfuls of
farmers
blueberries.
Market, asshole.
Like a mobile farmers market where somebody's just like, "Hey, got blueberries here."
Well, they shut off they shut off the ends of the street. There was a farmers market. They bought the blueberries. Now they're walking home from the farmers market.
All right,
and then they're going to give them to
me. In my fucking scene, it's a rural countryside.
That makes more sense.
And you're walking down, and let's say, let me face cast this person. Terry Hatcher is walking down the road with a wicker basket full of blueberries. It's not really Terry. Like, if you saw Terry Hatcher, you'd be like, oh, fuck! Is that Terry Hatcher? But this is not Lois Lane. This is...
So it's not Terry Hatcher, just looks like Terry Hatcher.
Like her. And she has a shawl that is covering her, and she comes up and says...
Then how do I know it's Terry Hatcher?
It's not. You don't know it's... This is a blueberry vendor. That's all that you know, because she walks up to you and says, buy mine blueberry. Buy mine bloom... That's hard to say. Buy mine blueberries for they have antioxidants. And then you are like, fuck yeah, I could use some antioxidants. My blood is rotten. And you look inside of it and it's stones. Small
Then
stones.
I wouldn't buy them.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy the small stone
How
basket.
sincere is she in her belief that they are blueberries?
Also, wait, is she escaping in a hot air balloon?
No.
Good question.
Not
Okay,
yet.
thank
Not
you.
yet. But that is going to happen at the end.
How serious is she about is she
Dead
like, I got you,
dead,
you punked? Or is
dead
she
fucking
like,
serious. Listen, unless you guys have psychic mind reading abilities, you don't really know firmly how much she believes in her own little game here.
okay, well then let's play it out.
Okay.
Terry Hatcher, these aren't blueberries.
I'm not Terry Hatcher.
What? I thought you were Terry Hatcher and these were blueberries, but you're not Terry Hatcher and they're rocks. What's going on?
All right,
Am I in Vanilla Sky?
She no longer looks like Terry Hatcher.
Who's she look like now?
Her face morphs into a mask of pain.
Terry Hatcher can feel pain.
Wait, you're right.
I feel like if someone walked up to you guys on the street and said, hey, got some blueberries, chock-a-block full of antioxidants, you guys would, and then you look down and there were stones in the basket, you would do something, but you're really fucking leaving me out you're really hanging me out to dry right now.
If it was me, I would actually probably take one from the basket, convinced I was wrong that there were stones, and probably attempted to eat one.
That's right.
That is literally what I would probably do.
Justin got his right.
I would not be interested because if a human being walked up to me out of nowhere and offered me any kind of food, I would not be interested.
Yeah, that's fair in these times.
I mean, it's just a thing, right? If somebody's like, hey, take some of this food. Like, I come from a generation where I was told that people put razor blades in apples and shit. I'm not going to eat your stone blueberries.
I wouldn't even need them to get that far. So all-consuming's my anxiety. If I see somebody on the street with a wicker basket and they look at me and they start to raise their hand and get through like, hey, I'm like, gone.
I assume that basket's full of snakes.
No, it could be full of blueberries for all I care, but having to talk to a stranger about their wonderful produce is a little bit more than this guy can handle. But if they were stones, there's a story there.
Are they pretty stones?
They are blueberry. I will give this to Terry Hatcher. They are perfectly blueberry sized. And
are they blueberry colored?
Yes, good question.
No.
Huh. They're just like gray?
Grayish, yeah.
But are they round like blueberries?
I'm saying these things are fucking perfect replicas of blueberries.
Oh, so they're like 3D printed.
Yeah. Also, this Terry Hatcher would be fucking jacked because this big basket full of stones would be heavy, I bet.
I would actually rather take a rock from someone than food.
That's good.
because then I'm lightening their load. You know what I mean?
Oh, so that's beautiful.
And you can always
What if we
Take a load off, Terry. Take a load for free.
take a bloob for free? Because think about it. It's like we're all carrying around wicker baskets of
Full
bloobs.
blueberry shaped studs.
And if everybody would just take one stone from each other, we could all share. Picture 10 people, Griffin. 9 of them are Terry Hatcher and 1 of them isn't.
Yeah.
And the one that's not has a wicker basket full of stones. And the other 9 who are Terry Hatcher don't have any stones. Now imagine how much easier it would be for non-Terry Hatcher if those other 9 people also carried some stones.
Some of
you
her
know what I mean?
stones. Yeah.
And that is communism.
I'll be honest, Trav, I've always wondered what that word means.
Yeah, that's it. When 9 Terry Hatchers help out 1 non-Terry Hatcher.
Carry their stones. Is there a fruit that is more exciting to think about and see a big glistening basket of wet them than you eat one and you're like, ugh, than blueberries?
No.
Yeah, well, I would include one I can think of would be all berries.
Whoa, strawberries?
You look at beautiful raspberry babies, and they have the little tiny berries inside,
Yes.
little nubbins.
Yeah.
And you pop one in your mouth, like, oh, it's vulgar.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
It's not sweet, not delicious.
Raspberries is good. Strawberries is good. Blackberries, too much work.
And figs?
Come on.
Figs need to stop. Do y'all know what figs do?
Yeah, make people feel fancier about their bacon.
Nah. I read this yesterday. It fucked me up because I eat fig Newtons. Like, I party on fig Newtons. I don't know that I've ever eaten a straight up fig, and now I definitely won't because there's wasps that pollinate them on the inside. So these dumbass wasps, they crawl inside the fig, and then if it's a boy fig, which I didn't know that was a thing, then the wasp dies inside and their eggs come out, and I guess wasp babies are like, cool,
Now,
time to
wait,
party.
Griffin?
But then sometimes they'll climb inside of a girl fig, and they can't pollinate that, and so they just die, and the fig turns them into more fig.
So the fig wins.
Isn't that fucked up?
Wait, so you're saying fig Newtons is wasps?
At some point in the process, you're eating a bit of wasp, and the wasp is the worst animal.
Huh.
This is it. I'm going to start calling figs wasp coffins, and then we'll see wasp coffin Newtons, and then we'll see if anybody eats these things.
You know, I actually kind of would rather have a wasp coffin at Newton.
Any other fruit jokes? Kiwis. What's up with kiwis?
Kiwis, they're furry. What's that about?
They're furry. They might look like a nut, like a testicle. So that's something.
Griffin, that's vulgar.
Apples, Granny Smith. No, man. My granny is named Donna. Who's Smith?
Nice. Get him.
Yeah,
So that could be good.
that's something.
Bananas. Oh, bananas are pretty. There's a lot to work with there, isn't there?
Why?
Kirk Cameron.
The shape
Oh,
of them. The shape of
Kirk
them.
The
Cameron.
shape of
loves
it, but they're just like, what? Like a smile?
Oh, it's like a
Like
a PP that
you know.
Your penis looks like a banana? Jesus
come
Christ, go to a doctor.
No,
We're all having
having
fun.
fun here. My penis does have a stem, though.
Oh, God, Griffin. Wait,
fine.
at what end? Wait, hold on. Huh.
So what's the one right? It's the end right above the candle.
What?
You heard it.
No, that was you. That was you said that.
I don't think anybody's confused about what's been happening here.
Grapes. I can do a fun thing with grapes where I put them up in my lips and makes it look like I'm like a buck teeth, like a beaver. But you obviously can't see that at home.
I recently moved and
Gallagher's
transferred
gotten a lot of mileage out of watermelon. Maybe there's some meat left on the
Here's
bone.
the new rule.
Yeah.
Here's the new rule. If you're dangling and I try to hand you or kind of a hanger or you know how they give if I hand you a stool and you're dangling and you kick that stool away and say I got one more bad thing to say, you don't get the stool again. You dangle.
Oh,
Do you
man.
think that there was ever like somebody who went to a Gallagher show?
No one listening to this has ever heard of Gallagher. We would have more mileage talking about Frasier.
What if Gallagher hit Frasier with a mouse?
I recently moved and transferred to a new branch of the company I work for.